Hello and welcome everyone. Today our session title is Overview for the Fiber Optics module, which is part of the TAM Telecom Asset Management Software. Firstly, we will talk about the screen elements starting from right to left and from up to down. Let us start by the upper right corner button, which is the cable color button. Using this button, it's possible to select the owner to display the cables related to this owner. And it's possible to assign the color of that owner. Moreover, it's possible to select more than one owner to display their cables. The next buttons, which is the list view and the form view, as we see them, they are not selected because they are not active because the current view is a tree view and GIS view, so that is why we see the GIS button is enabled and the tree view is enabled. Now, talking about the search button, and using this search button, it's possible to search for certain element in the fiber networks. And it's possible also to find the nearest points for certain point. It's possible to find the nearest manholes, handholds, distribution board, fiber paths, and node. Moreover, this is also possible to find the nearest points for multiple points. Also, it's possible to find where is the customer or the site is connected. And when we say a site, we mean GSM site or telephony exchange site. It's possible to find where they are connected to which fiber path or to which distribution board. Coming to the next button, which is the map operations button. Using this button, it's possible to place a markers to be used as a layout markers. Now we need to talk about this field, which is the latitude and longitude field. As we see, while the mouse is moving in the map, we can see that the latitude and longitude is changing. Then we talk about the filter labels drop down. Using this drop down, it's possible to put labels for the markers that will be displayed on the map. Now, talking about these fields, it's possible to determine where is the customer or the site is connected. It's the same function that we talked about it when we were talking about search button. Now, let us come to the tree part. There are two folders in the tree, the current physical layer folder and the projects folder. In the current physical layer, we can see the live elements for the fiber optics network. And in the projects, we can see two types of projects: under planning projects, and we can move any of the projects that under planning to the implementation once the planning department approve it. And if it is in the implementation and has been completed, then it can be moved live by selecting move to current physical layer. Now, coming to the current physical layer and talking about the elements of the current physical layer, as we see, it's compounded from first the manhole. We can select the manholes to see the manholes in the map in a cluster way. As we see, this marker is showing a count 3, so if I click on it, it will display it will zoom in and show me these markers. And where is these manholes? There is 3 manholes in this region, so this is the first one, and here and here there is two manhole. As we see, they are the two manhole. When I clicked on the cluster, it take me to them. So when I zoom out, it's gathering the cluster again until showing me the whole picture. I can see also the whole image for the country by clicking on the current physical layer. Then I will select the handhole, which we see them also in a yellow marker. From here in the layer, it's as we see, the handhole is selected, and it's possible also from the layer to select the manholes. Also, it's possible to deselect them from the tree. The junction folder is containing the junctions that are not existed in the manhole or handhole. I didn't add these junctions in the sample data that we are depending on it in this session. I need to say that these junctions that are existed in the manhole or handhole, we can take an example, this manhole. We can see the junctions that are existed in this manhole by going to that manhole. We will see them. As example, this manhole, we see it here. By clicking on it, it's going to do panning on that manhole, which is containing the junction. Well, let us talk about the fiber path. As we see, there are three layers for fiber path: backbone layer, and metro layer, and access layer. Although we see the access layer is very small in the map, but actually if you select any cable here, it's going to do panning, and you will see the cable very clear. Let us talk now about the distribution board. Uh, Distribution board has three layers also: backbone, metro. I didn't add the metro DBs. Access, I add some access DBs. And then we need to talk about the tranche. I add one tranche as example, and its ducts also. Then the nodes, we can see the nodes of the fiber optics network: MSAN, switch, DWDM, SDH, JBON. And then we talk about the sites. We can select this checkbox to see the whole sites. Moreover, I can do one click on this checkbox to see the whole networks. Let us talk about the show POQ functionality, and we will apply it for a certain cable. I selected this cable and I can do show POQ. It's displaying us a useful information. We can see the number of tubes and number of strands and the total number of strands. Also, we can see the geographical distance for the cable and the line of sight distance for the cable. Also, the geographical distance for the strands and the line of sight distance for the strand. And we can apply the show POQ for other three elements, like the backbone. I can do show POQ for the backbone. It's going to give me a useful statistical information about the backbone. Same thing for the fiber path. I can apply the show POQ. Also, I can apply the show POQ for the current physical layer. Coming back to the cable, we can see the show real points feature, which is displaying the points that the cable is passing through it and the ends of that cable. Now I will apply some functionalities to see how we can discover the network on a consequences way, and while applying these functionalities, we will see the usage of these tabs here: path, DB, client, and site. We will start by this manhole as the only point we see it on the map, and we will see how we will discover the network elements consequentially. I will click on this manhole marker and I will select the manhole, right click, show path, it will display the paths that are passing through this manhole, and the result is displayed in the path tab. And we can see the cables classified based on the layer. This cable, for example, is belonging to the backbone layer. I will select this cable and then I will do show distribution board. So it will display the DBs that are connected to that cable, and it will be displayed in the DB tab as we see it. Now this DB, I will also select that DB and will do show path again to display the fiber paths that are connected for this DB, and we can see them here as a backbone cables. And I will come back to the backbone, to this backbone cable, and will do show client and site. It will give me the result in the client and site tab for the clients and sites that are connected through that cable. If we need to know how this customer is connected to this cable, we can come back to that cable, which is the backbone cable, because it's belonging to the backbone layer, and I will do show related path. It will display the access cables that are connected the customers to the backbone cable, and we can see the result in this tab here. And there are actually 4 access cables. These are the 4 access cables, this cable and this cable and this cable and this cable, that we can see them on the map. Now coming to the site, I will select the site and then I will do again show path. So it will display for me the links that are connected to the site, and I can see it in the path tab. Then again I will go to the Thika site and will do show connected sites. It will display for me the sites that are directly connected through the path that we discovered it. And we can see these sites are 4 sites. Actually this site number 1, number 2, number 3 and number 4. So 4 sites are connected to the Thika site. So we were able to see how we started from the single point, which is the manhole, and how now we are able to see all these network elements that were discovered consequentially and are connected to each other. I would like to mention 2 reports are important for the fiber optics module. These are 2 reports: the strand utilization report, which is helping us to know how many strands are used and how many strands are still available, and what are the sites and customers that are connected to these strands and how they are connected. And there are some other features in this report. Cable break report is giving us the affected customer and sites based on the location of the breaking point for the cable. This was an overview for the fiber optics module, and we will talk in details about the features in the incoming sessions. Thank you and goodbye.